Well, some more Royal Enfield Meteor 350 info leaked recently, so hang out with me for a few minutes and let's talk about it. What's up everyone, it's Alex. So I made a video recently on the Royal Enfield Meteor 350, how it's replacing the old Thunderbird in India, how I think it looks really cool, and I hope it comes to the US because it would be a really cool, small, entry-level motorcycle for Royal Enfield in the US market. Could be a bike that'd be really good to compete with stuff like the TU250 from Suzuki and give us Americans more options in the small displacement, classic-inspired, standard category. So I was recently alerted in a comment to some new leaks that had come out on the Meteor 350. So I wanted to make this video so I could bring the rest of you up to speed who didn't get to see those leaks, because this is still a motorcycle I'm really excited about. And keep in mind, this is all leaked information, so take it with a grain of salt. All of this could change, could be completely wrong. But the leaks were centered around what looked like some product catalog images for the Meteor. So I'm going to assume that they're probably pretty damn accurate at this point. So according to the leaked catalog images, we're going to be looking at a 346cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine carrying over and updating from the old Thunderbird, which we all figured it was going to be an air-cooled single-cylinder anyway because it just makes sense for this motorcycle. Looks like they have gone with a long stroke design to try to keep the torque numbers up, which also makes sense on a small displacement motorcycle in this category because the more torquey it is, the more fun it's going to be off the bottom and the more usable it's going to be as an around town kind of a motorcycle. Looks like they did go with an updated overhead cam design, which is awesome. And it looks like it's going to be putting out somewhere around 20 horsepower and very similar torque numbers, like 20-ish pounds of torque, and then, convert that over for you metric folks out there. What's also really cool is from the catalog images anyway, it looks like they're going to be doing some neat stuff with the gauge cluster. Like, it looks like the gauge cluster and your instrument panel is going to be Bluetooth connectable, so you could do some cool things with it, like versus your phone, like maybe an app or something like that. It also looks like they're installing a USB charging port as standard equipment on this motorcycle, which is something a lot of modern bikes don't do yet. There are some that do it, don't get me wrong, but a lot of modern bikes don't do that, which makes no sense because almost every device you're going to use on your motorcycle at this point charges off a USB. So having a factory USB port is really handy in this day and age, so you're not installing aftermarket ones and maybe messing up something or avoiding a warranty or something like that. So the fact that Royal Enfield is kind of forward thinking as far as making Bluetooth connectability with your instrument panel and stuff like a USB charging port on the motorcycle is very encouraging to me, not only for the Meteor 350, but for future models, other stuff they could bring out. If Royal Enfield is going to be making these kind of classic styled retro motorcycles with forward-thinking technology like that, that is a home run in my book. I will buy all kinds of Royal Enfield stuff if they're going to be doing that kind of thing with it. What all this boils down to, guys, is it looks like what they are doing with the Meteor is they are taking the Thunderbird and just bringing it more modern, updating it, improving the engine a little bit, improving the styling, doing better instrument, USB charging, much more modern stuff to kind of carry on that legacy, but bring it forward and try to really hit one out of the park with an awesome small displacement motorcycle that, because it's being made by Royal Enfield, should be at a good value point as far as the price goes, and seems like it's going to be competitive as far as the horsepower, torque numbers, and all that kind of stuff for the small displacement category. So again, I would really love to see Royal Enfield, if you're watching, please, the TU250 does well here. There's no reason the Meteor 350 would not be a good competitor in that category. If you market it right, if it's priced right with the features it has, that could be an incredible entry-level to intermediate motorcycle for someone who wants an awesome beginner bike that's different than what's been put out lately, or someone who wants a beginner bike that's not an R3 or an MT-03 or a CB300, just doesn't like that style of bike. Because at this point, if you want an entry-level motorcycle and you like retro standards, the TU250 is really your option, unless you just want to go a little bit bigger. But in that really small displacement, that's really the only amazing option I can think of off the top of my head right now. The Meteor would be a great addition to that. And the value's there, the value is there. I'm sure it's probably not going to happen. We don't get a lot of cool small motorcycles in the US because the motorcycle industry kind of views US riders as being Neanderthal, knuckle-dragging, large displacement motorcycle loving cavemen, which I can't really blame them for because that has been the most popular segment here for a long time. But there are those of us here that do like smaller displacement motorcycles that actually handle really well, get good fuel mileage, don't cost a lot of money, and are easy to work on, the list goes on. So there is a market here for it. I would love to see it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If I've missed any other leaks, somebody let me know. I just wanted to update you guys on that info because those images look really, really convincing. I mean, Photoshop is an amazing thing, but I don't see a reason for someone to Photoshop leaks of the Meteor 350. So these are probably going to be pretty close. Again, take it with a grain of salt because these are leaks. These are not official specs yet, but that's what was leaked. I wanted to share it. As always, guys, have a great day. Ride safe. I'm Alex. Peace.